Funding Deep Dive. And here we are again with Craig from COPEACE. And in this deep dive, Craig, we're just going to look at, bring people back initially just to look at your website again, the copeace.com website. Just encourage them now just to scroll down and look at our portfolio. And again, just the essential elements of your approach to in creating this portfolio is looking at the head, the heart, and maths. Okay, so if we click on the view our portfolio, we come up with these currently, as we speak, in April 2021, these 4 offerings. And in the main interview, we did cover the uncharted power redefined. So let's use this deep dive to look at these 4 other offerings that you currently have in your portfolio. Let's look at, first of all, the AST, the Advanced Sustainable Technologies, which I must admit, when reading through it, it's like I can read what clean tech and all is, but it becomes there's a lot to this. I mean, I find and I find about the idea of clean tech innovation and climate crisis solutions. So I can understand that bit, but could you fill it out a bit more for us, Craig?
Yeah, no problem. So the driving idea, and AST has kind of a lot of different tentacles of where they're going to affect the world. But the first one is to take hazardous waste that's leaching into the groundwater and causing a myriad of problems and convert it into energy using plasma gasification and some other approaches that have been around a little bit but haven't been applied to the clean tech space like we're trying to apply it. We're very excited about this investment because it's got a clear impact, especially environmental impact. It's able to sustain itself in a very financially feasible way. We have some contracts lined up for our initial plant, and it's replicatable. So we can take it once we kind of prove it out, we can take it to other places. And we had a very successful hazardous waste test. So our progress is looking good on this, and we feel good that we're trying to be part of the sustainable infrastructure game that's been talked about a lot here in the U.S. and globally.
And you mentioned just about the pilot plant. So let's just look. Is that plant in the States, or where is that located?
No, so actually it'll be based overseas to start, and it's next to the a very dirty industry that's going to be cleaning it up. But yeah, no, we at COPEACE, are globally focused, and this is going to be one of our international investments to get started.
And the essentials of this is it's taking hazardous waste and then turning it into another product. Is that correct?
Correct. So the hazardous waste gets treated, and then energy is created out of it. There's different ways that energy can be captured, but it's a win-win for the environment and for the people that we're working with. The technology can also be applied to municipal waste, but it's difficult to treat hazardous waste. So I think we wanted to click that one off the list first, and then apply it to more of the municipal side.
And there is a lot of hazardous waste, a lot of which has came from the Western world and has been dumped on other developing countries. So those developing countries aren't okay with that anymore. So I think that it's a good technology for us to have. And that's where they go. So that is exciting. I'm excited. I'm personally excited about that one. Second one is this one, COPEACE. Yep. COPEACE. Just click on this. It's just loading.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about this one. What's this one about, please?
So COPEACE Finance is a service for the impact community where we decided to start providing to fill the gaps. As we were evaluating our 150 plus companies, we saw that there was a dearth of financial savviness and wherewithal often. So because we have a strong team, and one of the advantages of being, no hair left is these tentacles of a network of people who can get things done. So we have very high level finance teams and analysts so that we can help these companies succeed. So we've actually, when we look at these investments, sometimes we've said no because of the math most of the time, honestly, but we've also recommended a couple things through some of our modeling. And then as a natural extension of that, people were attracted to our financial capabilities, and we decided to start COPEACE Finance, which is a public benefit LLC and a wholly owned subsidiary of COPEACE.
Fantastic. So you're actually probably meeting the needs for companies who are struggling to understand this new era which we've emerged in, which we talked about in the main interview about the ESG, the environmental, the social, and the government aspect. How do we do this? You guys are coming in going, like, we can take you through this journey of transition. So that is also very exciting.
Yeah. So, and it's cool because we can, as we're investing in companies, we can kind of blend a combination of cash plus some of these services, so that it's a bit of a win-win. So that that applies similarly to the COMA,
which we'll look on to now. COMA. Just one second. My internet is for some reason running a little bit slow. Here we are. COMA. So this is COPEACE Marketing. Correct.
So also a public benefit LLC, and we've got particular advantages and experience in the marketing side as well. So the other need that we were seeing was the kind of the marketing, especially on the digital side. So we are bringing that to the impact space as well to fill those gaps. And excited about having both these subsidiaries. We invested heavily in them. I mean, we've part of what we're trying to do is build this foundation, and now we're ready to move that forward.
Fantastic. And then COSPO.
Yeah, so COPEACE Sport is very unique. So it's also a public benefit LLC, but most of our executive team has a strong background in sport. Ed Tepper, our COO and the CFO, and I helped create the company that did the virtual yellow line in American football and virtual signage in European football, and like the glowing blue puck in hockey and things like that. So we mostly did things in the broadcast world, but we agreed with Nelson Mandela when he said, sport has the power to change the world. So as we're looking at sport, we're looking at a couple different opportunities where we can invest in companies that are creating change through sport. And it's very interesting because the other partner, Meg Maston, and I work together, bringing international sporting events throughout the world, and saw the kind of the same thing. I've been to, I think, 42 countries now, mostly through sport. But it's interesting because we went to a impact investing conference, which had several thousand attendees, and there was a foundation there that was reaching out and says, "Is anybody here doing impact investing and sport?" And we were the only company that said we're interested in doing that. So we started looking around and thinking, okay, maybe we're onto something here. So this one's been getting particular attention, both globally and in the US. We created our own proprietary Vibe vehicle where we're measuring impact and kind of comparing some of the impact and brand equity of athletes and coaches and brands. So that's an exciting project for us. We're motivated to get COSPO going.
Fantastic, and that's your current portfolio. So just to finish off the deep dive, we'll just bring the Talk Funders back to your landing page here, the copeace.com landing page, and it's Grow Your Money for Good. And I'd just like to remind everybody that you're currently live on wefunder. The links are in the video description below. You have about 7 more days left, and it really is COPEACE. It's all about sustainable ESG investing for a better future. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Craig. See you again.
Thank you, Alan. Yeah, appreciate it.
Bye-bye now.